Old McTony had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on his farm he killed a pig, E-I-E-I-O. Hey guys, the Black Critic Guy, taking a break from all the Star Wars reviews to give you all a new anime review. And today I'm here to review the anime Silver Spoons. Silver Spoons. So Silver Spoons is a very simple anime that follows a bunch of teenagers, mainly Hachiken, who attend a farming high school and their daily lives. That's pretty much the anime. Now, I stumbled upon Silver Spoon while randomly scrolling through the anime section of Netflix, and when I saw it, I said to myself, you know, that looks like a rather simple yet interesting anime. I'll add it to my list, and maybe in the near future, I'll give it a watch. So I added it to my Netflix list, which then in turn led it to being added in the December anime poll, which then in turn led it to getting a lot of votes in the polls from all you guys, and so here I am, reviewing Silver Spoon. And before I started watching the anime, I did some research on it and discovered that the anime was actually created by the same woman who created Full Metal Alchemist. And that just got me really excited because last year Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood was my favorite anime. So I wanted to see what direction she would take the story with Silver Spoon. And after watching the anime, all I gotta say is it's okay. It's different, it's unique. I like the direction she took, but it just never really sucked me in. I didn't find the anime all that interesting. Now again, don't misunderstand me. Saying that I didn't find this anime interesting or engaging does not mean I'm saying that this is a terrible anime, because it's not. On an execution level, this anime is pretty decent. And if there's one praise that I can give Silver Spoon wholeheartedly, is that it's one of the most original and refreshing concepts in an anime I've seen all year. I mean, a majority of anime, both now and back then, mainly take place in metropolitan urban areas, big cities, big towns, local villages, or even in fantasy lands that do have rural settings, but mainly take place either on the road or in major towns, never really in the farmlands. This is one of the first animes I ever seen that focuses mainly on the rural side of Japan and teaching kids how to farm. Hell, it takes place mainly in a farming high school. It took the cliche of high school but add a farming element to make it really stand out. And I won't lie, it was pretty cool to see and learn about the people that live in these rural areas, their farming techniques, how they take care and raise their livestock, and their lifestyle overall. And it was also equally cool to see Hachiken, the main character's reaction to everything, being that he is from the city. He doesn't know much about rural life and doesn't know much about handling livestock or farming or being near animals. In fact, he was so surprised when he discovered where eggs come from. They come from the cloaca. Also seeing him have new experiences that challenges him as a person, like the first time he butchers a deer. He touches the deer and feels that it's still warm, and he kind of just feels anxious about having to do this, but knows that one day he's going to have to do it because he falls in love with this one pig called Pork Bowl, and if he's going to learn to let go of the pig, he needs to first overcome this one hurdle of butchering a deer. Seeing Hachiken out of his element and have to deal with these new experiences made him the closest thing to an interesting character. And as for everything else in the anime, it's pretty simple. Simple animation, simple character designs, simple music, simple story, which is basically the outsider joining a strange and new culture and learning the ways and customs of said culture, simple characters, simple relationships, simple development, and all of it is done pretty decently. And that's all fine and dandy, especially if you're a huge fan of slice of life anime. You'll get a kick out of it. But because of the anime's simplistic nature, it makes every story, every situation, every dilemma, every confrontation, and every character come off as mundane and not all that interesting, especially for me. Now, I'm not saying that an anime needs to be over the top or larger than life in order to be interesting or great. There are many great and interesting simplistic animes that I loved and enjoyed. I love Useki Drop, which is a very simplistic anime following the relationship between a father and his adopted daughter. I love Genkishin, which is a slice of life simplistic anime that follows an anime club. But the reason that these two stood out more than Silver Spoons is that they had elements to them that are either relatable or intriguing. Genkishin was very relatable to me because I'm a fan of anime. I've been part of many anime clubs, and I feel like they really hit the mark with that anime. And Useki Drop had such a dynamic relationship between the father and his adopted daughter. With Silver Spoon, it's all focused on farming. And I'm sorry, but I don't find farming all that interesting. Its concept, while unique, just doesn't appeal to me. And it's not the anime's fault, it just falls under personal taste. And the really sad part is that the anime tries unsuccessfully to come off as interesting. Like, there'll be many scenes in the anime where they try to make it grand and epic and oh my god, doesn't that look cool or doesn't that look awesome? But when you see it, you're like, no. One of these failed moments happens in one of the early episodes of the anime where the characters go to a horse race and they try to make this horse race seem epic and energetic and entertaining. They even zoom in on the horse's legs to show like the veins and it getting like charged up and even opening its eyes and trying to trot really fast, and the characters are like cheering like, you can do it, go do it. And as you're watching it, you're just like, this is supposed to be entertaining? It's pretty slow and boring. Now, the history behind this type of horse race was more interesting than the horse race itself. Like, just learning about its origins and why they do it, I'm like, okay, that's cool, I like that. But watching the race itself is just like, yeah, it was underwhelming. Now, the characters in Silver Spoon aren't half bad. Some get really good development, they all have personalities, and they bond pretty well with each other. It's just that they all come off as incredibly average and forgettable. I can't remember a single character in this anime or their names because they don't really stand out in this anime. The only character that really stands out is Hachiken. The only reason he stands out is because of the dilemmas that he faces and the fact that he's the main character of the series. They all come off as basic, generic characters you would find in an anime that takes place primarily in a high school. And honestly, guys, that's all I have to say about this anime. There's not much more to delve into. Overall, as I said before, this is a very simple slice of life anime that just never really appealed to me. I never really got sucked into the story, its characters, or its world. And that's why I'm gonna give this anime a 3 out of 5 stars. It's okay. It's a decent anime for sure. It's just nothing to really run home to. If you've never seen Silver Spoon, no one's gonna beat you up for it. But if you're a fan of slice of life animes or animes that mainly focus on farming or some type of agriculture, this might be the anime for you. Go check it out. But if you're not, you could just skip it. But anyway, what did you guys think of this anime? Did you find it interesting? Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? Or were you like me and found it really unappealing, you couldn't get into it? Or did you outright hate it? And let me know, are there other farming animes or animes that deal with rural culture? And if so, let me know in the comments below and let me know which ones are your favorites. And stay tuned, there'll be more 12 days of anime videos as we just started today. And starting tomorrow, we're going to be returning to the Star Wars reviews. I hope you enjoyed your break and enjoyed this review. And until tomorrow, guys, if you'd like to see more videos on this channel and be a part of the Black Critic crew, please hit that subscribe button below, like this video if you really enjoyed it, and I'm Tony Watley II, the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube!